Hello guys, welcome back to our channel, The Rick Files. As promised, I'm going to do a reaction on the ongoing NBA Finals between the Phoenix Suns uh, from the West and also the Milwaukee Bucks from the East. So these are two great teams that actually made it to the finals, and they're both vying for the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy, and who's we're gonna see in the next few days who's going to actually most deserving to win this trophy. As you all know, I'm a little bit partial to my team, the Phoenix Suns. I've always been a big fan of them and been following them since the elimination and the playoffs until the Western Conference Finals. So I'm really rooting for the Phoenix Suns to win this championship. Both teams have not won the championship for quite a long time, I think almost 30 years, and this is now a great chance for both of them. But again, in the spirit of sports, whoever wins this championship is, I guess, the most deserving team. So let's just enjoy their great performances, and I'm gonna do a reaction on game one of the NBA Finals. But before we break down, guys, the game one of this NBA Championship Finals, let me again share with you that if you're new to my channel, as I've mentioned in my last three videos, this channel is all about a couple of series. One of them is this pro tip series that I'm doing, and that's all about how you can become an astute and an outstanding individual and a professional. And I normally reference or made reference to something with it, like sports or my personal and my professional experiences, and also my observation on what's going on in our world today. The other series is about the gardening series, which I think I have not done for a couple of weeks now, but I promise I'm cooking up one right now, so I'm hoping to be able to release it within the week as well. And this is all about the transformation of our garden. So in this video, as I've mentioned, I'm going to talk about game one of the NBA Finals between the Suns and the Bucks. Also guys, if you happen to enjoy watching this video, please give me some love, please subscribe, give me some thumbs up, and also share. Thanks a lot, much appreciated. Alright guys, so let's break it down. This first game of the NBA Finals between the Suns and the Bucks. So it was a very tight ball game. I mean, the first quarter especially, the Suns was just leading by 1 or 3 points and never actually pulled away from the Bucks. But the end of the first half, they had a lead of about 5 points, and in the third quarter, they extended that lead to as much as 20 points. But Bucks being such a great team as well, they rallied to cut down the lead to as low as I think 9 to 7 points towards the end of the third quarter. But then again, the Suns, the reason why they won this game, I think, is because of the strategy that they used in this particular game, as well as the the other things that they have, which I think is more superior in terms of execution compared to the Bucks. So in the end, the Suns won game one in the score of 118 over 105. And the best player of game one happens to be the point guard or point guard of the Suns, the Phoenix Suns, Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul, again, did tremendously well in this game to win game one for his team. And as you could see in the first quarter, he didn't really do much. He was just I think he was feeling the game and how he's going to orchestrate it, but he went ballistic. I think towards the end of the second quarter to the third quarter, that's really where he went nuclear and started scoring, orchestrating, and just really dictating the game. And that's the reason why he finished the game with 32 points and I think about 4 rebounds. And again, but I think more importantly is how he led his team to victory is the reason why he's the best player of this game. I think he really wanted this so badly. He wanted in his 16-year career in the NBA. This is a great chance for him to win the NBA championship once and for all. So I think he's really pouring all his heart into these championships. And I think that's the reason why they won this game. But the three lessons that I think we could learn from this game are: first lesson, guys, I think it's all about heart. Again, the team that has the most heart in here, well, they're playing with, home court advantage. They're playing in Phoenix, is the Suns. Again, they never flinched. They really believed that they could win game one, and that's the reason why they kept plugging away. So that's one lesson that we could learn from this. And we could, again, as I've mentioned in my last four videos covering basketball or NBA playoffs and the finals, is we could learn so much from watching basketball or from playing sports, and we could apply that into our professional lives, even to our personal lives. And having heart is such an important attribute to have, especially during these very trying times. And I think that's all I have right now. And despite the very difficult situation that we are all in right now, we must not lose heart. And I think that's the reason why the Suns won this game, is because they have the bigger heart compared to the Bucks. The second lesson that we could learn from this game, guys, is about, again, execution. I think the Suns kept it simple in this game, and I totally agree with the analyst post game when they were saying that the strategy of the Sun is more effective in this particular game. And why is that? Is because I think the Bucks fell into the trap of the Sun. And what I meant by that is, I meant that in a good way, because their strategy is for Paul to be guarded by the big men of the Bucks, such as their center Lopez, or the forwards such as Antetokounmpo and Portis. And by doing so, Chris Paul managed to be able to do his thing, and also managed to find an open teammate, and that's why they were able to score better than the Bucks in this particular game. And I think in life and at work, it's so important that we need to be able to employ the right strategy. And if things are not working, we need to be so nimble and so agile to be able to adjust very quickly. And I think the Bucks in this particular game did not adjust fast enough. Like, they know that Paul is having his way, or Chris Paul is having his way, especially during the third quarter. But they kept, using the same strategy, wherein the big men are guarding Paul, and I think that worked against them. And I think in sports or in life or at work, I think it's very important when things are not working, we must be able to, just let go and be able to adjust or recalibrate very quickly, so that we can still be in the game. And that's the reason why the Bucks lost this one and the Suns emerged victorious. The third lesson that I think we'll learn from this game is the 1-2 punch, which is always is very familiar term or strategy in sports, not just in basketball, but I think in tennis they use this a lot, especially the tennis players. And speaking of which, I know I'm digressing a bit here, guys. I'm also going to cover the ongoing Wimbledon championships, because my idol and my favorite player, Roger Federer, is now into the quarterfinals, and I'm going to follow that game, which is tomorrow. And I'm really hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that he will make it into the finals, on the last Sunday of Wimbledon, so that he'll be able to, have a chance to capture his 9th Wimbledon title. But going back to basketball, guys, the 1-2 punch, I think, was employed rather empathically and effectively by the Suns in this particular game. When the assist made by Paul as well as by Booker, and Booker's determination to charge into the shaded area and make the basket. I think that's very effective. The pass or the assist to their big men like Aiton also was very effective in this game. Well, the Bucks did the same thing. A few of those were handled very well by Lopez as well as Antetokounmpo, but I think the Suns handled it better this time. So again, even if both teams or your opponent is using the same strategy as you are, I think the one that executes better during the game or the actual game itself is the one that's going to emerge victorious, and it's the reason why the Suns emerged victorious in this particular game. So we're now heading to game two, still gonna be played in Phoenix, and I'm quite excited on what's gonna check out in that game, and so I'm gonna follow that as well. I'm gonna do another reaction, and as I've mentioned, I'm gonna do a reaction on Wimbledon in the quarterfinal game of Roger Federer against the Polish Hurkacz. I hope that I pronounced that right. And of course, the other quarterfinals between these two young guns, Ogar Aliassime, Canadian, as well as Berrettini, the Italian. And in the top half, Novak Djokovic, the top seed, is playing against, I think, the Hungarian Puskovic. And then the other semis there is going to be played by Shapovalov, another Canadian, and I forgot who's his opponent in that particular game. But I'm going to cover that, and I'm going to give you another reaction, and also what are some of the lessons that we learned from those, as well as the ongoing NBA Finals. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. I think it's going to be aired again. You can watch it on YouTube. And as I mentioned earlier, if you happen to enjoy this video, please give me some love. Please subscribe, give me some thumbs up, and also share. In the meantime, please take care of yourself and each other. Bye for now.